Hello everyone, good morning. Today I'm out on my boat. I'm on with my lure rod and a Savage Gear V2, and we're going to be targeting bass for about half hour, and then I need to try and get myself some pot bait and go and do my crab pots because they've got no bait in. So it's a bit of a mixed match video today. Bit of lure fishing, bit of mackerel fishing, and a bit of doing crab and lobster fishing. So I hope you're going to enjoy it. Let's get straight into it, see if we can get some bass. Okay, first cast. And all I'm going to do is just a slow retrieve. Now for bass fishing, you can go slow, fast. You want to mix it up really and see how and what's going to work. Now, I used to do lure fishing. I've never really been that big on it, but I've been doing it the last few trips and it is quite enjoyable. Getting these big bass on them. Not big, but you know, some nice bass that we're getting on these. I've been getting on these lures up here. So just trying with this. We've got to watch out, we're around a offshore reef here. Lots of rocks and boulders that start coming out the water, so we want to make sure that we don't donk the boat on top of one of them. Always have good visual awareness. Make sure you're always looking at the plotter in what way you're going, making sure that you're not heading towards the reef. Hopefully we can get one or two out. If not, I have predominantly come up here for mackerel, as I said, for pot bait, because I've got no pot bait. So if I can get any mackerel, anything like that, it's better than having nothing in the pot. So we might get a few congers and bulloss, but at least we could still get potentially a few lobsters. So what I'm doing is just casting over the reef where the boulders are covered from the high tide. We are fishing over high water at the moment. It is currently Sunday, the 12th or 13th of July, 13th of July, I believe. Oh, we just had a take then, everyone. Oh, and again. I've had, oh, and again. What is that? Gotta be mackerel or something. Definitely getting hit, guys. Interesting, what was that? Let's get it back there. That was definitely a couple of bangs. I don't know if that was the rock or might have been the rock actually. I can see the rock just under the surface, so we're going to have to be very careful here. Now all the birds are just sitting on the rocks. There's no birds really working at the moment, so I'm just going to get out of harm's way because we are actually coming on top of these reef now, and with these boulders I don't want to take any chances. Let's get the motor going. I can see one just under the water in front of us. Let's get moving. Nice steady retrieve. Do that for now and then we'll mix it up. I did see a couple of seagulls just in the water over there as if they were coming down on fish, so just keep an eye on that. Things might materialise. You always want to keep an eye out for the birds. They'll always give you a good situation awareness of what is going on in the waters around you. If they're just sat on the rocks not doing anything, you know that there's nothing really boiling up. And you start seeing them flutter down over the surface of the water, trying to peck at the water almost, you know that there's fish underneath there. 100%. And that's the indication that you want. Now I'm going to have to watch out here because we're drifting at about 0.6 of a knot. So we're coming up to that reef pretty quick. And I can see it just under the water, and I don't really fancy jumping on top of that with the boat. So I've been hitting enough things on this boat lately. You guys wouldn't know, but I hit the prop. I hit a buoy that was underneath the water with a metal eyelet on. Big spring tide, it was pulling it under the tide. It's that easy. I snapped every blade on the propeller. Luckily I didn't do much damage to the boat. The propeller took it all really. Made an awful noise. Don't want to do that too often. Right, we're coming up to the reef. I'm going to jump back round, go for another drift. Well, I must have hit the reef before because I've had no other takes. So they're obviously not here on the feed today. Worth a shot while we're up here though, while we're going to go mackerel fishing. I've just gone right in between the two reefs there, that's perfect. If there's one, we should get one if they're there. Beautiful cast that was. Big boulder popping out under the water there. Always have situational awareness. I should have the motor started really, but I have full confidence in my Mercury engine that she will start. She's a brand new motor, so I'm going to let it sink a little bit this time. This is going to be our last cast here because we want to get out of here. Get the engine started. First time every time. Good old Merc. Yeah, nothing. Right, we got nothing happening there. Let's go and see if we can get some mackerel for pot bait. Mackerel feathers, okay. Now, armed with Andy Lowe's mackerel feathers. Andy Lowe is a gentleman that I know over here. Does the pilot boat. He hand makes these feathers. And they are fantastic. Best feathers I've ever used, undoubtedly. Number 2 is Mr. Watson's. That's just my opinion. Mr. Watson's lures are very, very good though. They're right up there. Now, I said to you before, keep an eye out for the birds. Well, what I've just noticed is up there on the other reef, on the upper bit of here, where I'm at. Oh, yeah, we're on. Yeah, we've got mackerel on. Two mackerel there. I can see some birds working further up. Though if we're getting mackerel here, I'll give you a show of a couple of these mackerel in a minute. There's definitely a shoal down there, guys. So we should hook into a few more. Yeah, we're in. We're in. Now I have got my underwater camera. So what I might do is stick the underwater camera on and give you some underwater footage. So we'll just get a few for pot bait first. And then I'll stick the old underwater camera on because that'll be interesting to see what's down there because there's a massive ball. Oh, look at that. I can't even get down, everyone. Oh, full string, this has got to be. Or maybe not a full one, but there's a few. Oh, I've only got 4 hooks on, there's 3. Loads of them. So I'll do this drift and then I'll get the camera on. Yeah, we're in again. It ain't gonna take us long to get pot bait. Nice big fat mackerel. Check that out for a mackerel. Perfect. Yeah, I'm on. Camera's got a mackerel. There we go. Sorry guys. You had a mackerel scale. Oh, Oh, gee whiz. These mackerel are going well. It's just non-stop action. Okay, we've come off the shoal there. What I'm going to do is set the go fish up, get that on. Let's get you some cracking content. Okay, we have arrived back up. I've got the go fish set up. Let's get these mackerel feathers down and see what's happening down there. I'll give you a quick show of how I've set up my go fish. All I've done is I've got a bead to a swivel, tied a little bit of line, probably 6 inches to the go fish. Then I've got the go fish itself, then probably about another 10-inch bit of line. And then just my swivel, my feathers and my weight. See what this can get footage wise. There's no markings there at the moment. We're obviously not over the bit that we were over. We've reached the bottom without getting hit, so hopefully the camera don't scare the mackerel. Oh, yeah, we're on. It felt like we had one on then. Yeah, we definitely got hit. Oh, now we're on. 3 mackerel. Oh, I've got a hook in my hand. And as you can see, they're fine mackerel as well, everybody. Beautiful, beautiful, good quality mackerel. Gonna get that straight back down and get into some more. I'll pick those up off the deck in a second. Back up again. Now this is probably going to be my last drift because I want to get onto my crab pots because they've got no bait in, so I'm not really going to film that because I don't think that there's I think we've got fish on already. I don't think that there's going to be too much in them to film. If I do catch anything, I will show you them. Gee whiz. mackerel are like they're on steroids, everyone. Check them out. Beautiful mackerel. They're very hard to get off sometimes, like now. Straight back down there. Nothing. We'll do one more. What I'm going to do is go a little bit deeper. I've got a feeling they're in the deep. Let's go have a look. Well, as you can see, everyone, I'm sorry I didn't have my GoPro on. I thought I was recording. I've just smashed into a load of mackerel and they've just messed up my feathers. So what I'm going to do is start making my way to the crab pots and see what's in there. Hopefully some crabs, lobsters, and maybe even a crayfish, but I doubt it because there was no bait in them. I'm not going to show you all the pots because obviously I know that there's no bait in them. So what I'll do is if I have anything that I've caught, I'll show that into this video. Let's go get it. So this is string number 7, everybody, and we haven't had a lot. We've had one brown crab to keep, nice brown edible crab, which I'll give you a show later, and we've also had one keeper lobster, which is magnificent. We had that in one of my krill pots. Say it had no bait in, I'm overjoyed. I wasn't expecting anything, so anything that we do get is a bonus. Jet skis, ribs running in, and they've only got 20 minutes to the gate shut, so I'm going to try and pull these pots as quickly as possible. Zilch. I think the next pot is the smash fishing pot. Oh, I've got a lobster. Small little lobster, but that ain't going to be able to keep, but a nice little cross station there. Great to see the little ones. That's the pots done. Nice lobster there. Beauty. Well, that's us all cleaned up now on the mooring. I'm sorry I didn't show you the crab and the lobster. Reason being is it's so hot here, I had to get it in the water because they were dying. So I had to put them in a bucket of water and then I've just put them in the store pot. I don't want them to perish before I've even got them in there. One lobster, one small brown crab, that's it. A lot of mackerel. The mackerel's gone now. We've used that for bait. So hope you've enjoyed it. Hope the underwater footage came out perfect. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I really appreciate all the support. Costs nothing to hit that subscribe button, so we'll see you next time, and that way you'll never miss a fishing video. Ciao.